Hi, everyone. Are you ready to explore these 12 timeless pieces of advice that could change your life and help you live a long, happy one? Advice 1. Embrace the simple joys of life. Imagine sitting beside Mrs. Johnson, a woman of 85 summers, on a warm afternoon. She looks out of her window, her wrinkled hands gently holding a cup of tea as she softly says, "The secret to life is not about chasing big achievements or grand moments. It's in the small joys, a warm cup of tea in the morning, the sun shining after a rain, the sound of birds singing." I was struck by how profound and simple this advice was. She went on to say that as the years pass, we often forget how beautiful the simplest things in life are. It's easy to get lost in the rush of everyday life, focusing on things that don't matter, only to realize that joy was always there, waiting for us to appreciate it. Quote, "Happiness isn't found in the destination, it's in the journey." The more I thought about Mrs. Johnson's words, the more I realized how true they are. Our elders have a unique way of finding happiness in the mundane. And perhaps this is where their true secret lies. It's a lesson we could all learn. Stop for a moment, take a breath, and truly appreciate the little things. Advice 2. The life-changing power of gratitude. In my conversation with Mr. Andrews, a man who had seen war, loss, and hardship, he said something that stuck with me. "Gratitude is the key to happiness," he stated, his voice full of wisdom. His eyes, though aged, still sparkled with the light of someone who had lived through it all, yet managed to find beauty in the world every single day. As he shared stories of his life, I realized how true this was. He had faced unimaginable challenges, but no matter the situation, he found something to be grateful for. He would wake up in the morning, thank the sun for shining, thank his legs for walking, and thank his heart for beating. It was this relentless attitude of gratitude that carried him through the darkest of times. Quote, "Gratitude turns what we have into enough." Mr. Andrews' words changed me forever. It's a simple practice that takes just a moment, yet it can shift our entire perspective on life. If we begin each day with gratitude, appreciating the small things, we might just discover that happiness was already in front of us, waiting to be acknowledged. Advice 3. The importance of laughter and joy. Mrs. Thompson, 90 years old, was a bundle of energy and joy. She had an infectious laugh that could fill a room with warmth, and her sense of humor was sharp. "Laugh every single day," she exclaimed when I asked about her secret to staying young at heart. "Laughter is the best medicine," she said, chuckling. "It doesn't matter how tough life gets. Always find a reason to laugh." She wasn't just talking about giggling at jokes. Her laughter was a defiance against life's difficulties. Her ability to laugh, even in the face of adversity, was what kept her vibrant and joyful. It reminded me that laughter is a powerful tool for healing. It's more than just fun. It's a lifeline, a reminder that life doesn't have to be taken too seriously. Quote, "Laughter is timeless. Imagination has no age, and dreams are forever." As I spent more time with Mrs. Thompson, I learned that laughter isn't just an expression. It's a mindset. It's about choosing joy, even in the hardest times. Maybe this is the real key to longevity. Not taking life too seriously, laughing often, and finding the humor in everything. Advice 4. The beauty of strong relationships. When I asked Mr. Martinez, a 92-year-old gentleman, about his secret to happiness, he didn't hesitate. "Love, family, and friends are everything," he said, his voice soft but certain. His life was filled with the warmth of deep connections. Through the years, Mr. Martinez had lost loved ones, but he had always prioritized building and nurturing relationships. He said, "A happy life is built on a foundation of love. No amount of success can replace the people who care about you." His words were a reminder that life is not about accumulating wealth or achieving fame. It's about the bonds we form with others. When life gets tough, it's the people around us who lift us up. And when times are good, it's their laughter that makes it sweeter. Quote, "The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return." Through his story, I realized that relationships are the heart of a long, fulfilled life. Nurturing connections, showing love and care, and being present for others is what truly makes life meaningful. These are the things that will stay with you long after the material things fade away. Advice 5. Resilience in the face of adversity. As I spoke with Ms. Patel, 78, a woman whose life was full of struggles and setbacks, she taught me one of the most valuable lessons of all: resilience. Life will throw challenges at you, some bigger than others, she said, her voice steady and filled with wisdom. But it's how you respond that matters. You can't control what happens, but you can control how you react. She had lost her husband early in life, faced financial difficulties, and battled health issues, yet she remained unfazed. Her resilience was an inspiration. "Challenges are just opportunities in disguise," she told me with a smile. "Every time life knocked me down, I got back up stronger. And that's what keeps me going." Quote, "It's not the strongest of the species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change." Ms. Patel's words reminded me that life is full of unpredictable turns, but we can choose how we react. We don't have to be defined by our hardships. Instead, we can use them to grow and become stronger. Resilience is the true mark of strength, and it's what helps us face the world with courage. Advice 6. The magic of patience. Mr. Harris, 87 years old, sat quietly in his rocking chair as we spoke about life's biggest lessons. When I asked him what he had learned over the years, he smiled and said, "Patience is the key. When you're young, you want everything now: success, love, happiness. But with age, you learn that everything has its time." He went on to explain that patience doesn't mean passivity. It means trusting the process of life, allowing things to unfold naturally, and knowing that the best things often take time. "Life isn't a race," he said. "It's a journey, and the best part is learning to enjoy the ride." Quote, "Patience is not the ability to wait, but how you act while you're waiting." Mr. Harris reminded me that patience is more than just waiting. It's about how we engage with life during the wait. It's about trusting that the right things will come at the right time and not rushing the process. It's a lesson that can transform our perspective on life's challenges. Advice 7. Embracing change with grace. Change is inevitable, yet so many of us resist it. Mrs. Lewis, 84, had lived through decades of change, from technological advancements to shifting cultural norms. "Change is constant," she said. "The trick is not to resist it, but to embrace it. Life doesn't stay the same, and neither should you." She spoke of how embracing change had kept her feeling alive, energized, and engaged. "You can't fight the tide of time," she said, "but you can learn to ride the waves." Her words were a powerful reminder that growth and adaptability are essential to happiness. Change isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace with open arms. Quote, "Change is the law of life." And those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. In Mrs. Lewis's life, change wasn't a burden. It was an opportunity to evolve, to grow, and to discover new things about herself and the world. This is the attitude that can transform any challenge into an opportunity for growth. Advice 8, never stop learning. 91-year-old Mr. O'Neill, a retired professor, shared one of the most powerful secrets to a fulfilling life. Never stop learning. The day you stop learning is the day you stop living, he said, his eyes lighting up with excitement. There's always something new to discover, and the pursuit of knowledge keeps you sharp and engaged with life. Mr. O'Neill had spent his entire life learning, and he found joy in acquiring new skills, reading new books, and exploring new ideas. His passion for learning was infectious, and it made me realize how easy it is to fall into complacency as we age. But as Mr. O'Neill taught me, there's always something more to discover, and that curiosity keeps the soul young. Quote, once you stop learning, you start dying. The pursuit of knowledge is not just for the young, it's for the young at heart. When we continue to learn, we continue to grow, and life remains exciting, no matter how many years we have behind us. Advice 9. The key to a healthy life, balance. Health plays a crucial role in the quality of life. But Mrs. Nguyen, at 80, had a refreshing take on it. It's all about balance, she said. You don't need to obsess over dieting or exercise routines. Just find balance in everything: your food, your movement, your rest. She shared how simple habits like eating whole foods, walking regularly, and getting plenty of sleep kept her vibrant. It wasn't about perfection. It was about consistency. I don't go to extremes. I listen to my body, and I take care of it, she said with a smile. Quote, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Mrs. Nguyen's advice was simple yet powerful. Life isn't about extreme measures. It's about creating balance. If we take care of our bodies in a way that feels sustainable, we can enjoy long, healthy lives. Advice 10. Letting go of regret. Mr. Bennett, 79, shared a lesson that I will never forget. Regret is a waste of time. He explained that while we all make mistakes, it's how we move forward that defines us. You can't change the past, but you can change how you approach the future. Mr. Bennett had experienced his own share of regrets, but he had learned to forgive himself and let go. Regret only holds you back, he said. It's about learning from the past, not living in it. Quote, don't regret the past, just learn from it. This lesson is liberating. When we let go of regret, we free ourselves to live fully in the present and embrace the future with open arms. Advice 11. Self-love, the foundation of everything. Finally, I spoke with Ms. Clark, 90, who shared the most important lesson of all. The secret to happiness is loving yourself. She explained that before we can truly love others, we must first love ourselves. Self-love, she said, was the foundation for everything: good health, good relationships, and true happiness. Quote, to love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Ms. Clark's wisdom struck me deeply. Self-love isn't about vanity or arrogance. It's about accepting yourself, flaws and all, and taking care of your own needs. When we love ourselves, we can show up as the best version of ourselves for others. So, what's the secret to living a long, happy life? It's not about chasing perfection or avoiding hardships. It's about embracing the small joys, staying grateful, building meaningful relationships, and learning to let go. It's about laughter, resilience, patience, and never stopping the pursuit of knowledge. It's about taking care of yourself and letting go of regret. It's about loving yourself first so you can love the world around you. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.